Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I'm Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, tonight I have some breaking news, and this is something that I never thought I would do. I'm going to set up this really quickly. The New York Times just waved the white flag on the existing gun control that they've been pushing for 20 years. The left may be about to shift away from everything they've done before based on this Supreme Court case. Don't believe me? I'm about to read through this real quick. If there's any video you've ever watched in the entire channel, this is one you need to watch for all 5 minutes. Spread this out, share this out, let me know what you guys think. It's linked below. Let's dive in. I'm going to do it quick because there's a lot of bullet points here. This is massive, guys. Please listen to this. If the new Supreme Court stymies gun safety laws, what comes next? This is from the New York Times. This is not a right-wing newspaper. This is left as left gets. Here's the opening salvo. The gun safety movement finds itself on the precipice of disaster. Not making that up. It's right there on the screen. You're not going to believe this. The court, with 3 conservative pro-gun justices appointed by former President Donald Trump, will almost certainly say New York's law is too restrictive under the Second Amendment, which will lead, predictably, to more guns on the streets and more violent crime. Almost certainly going to lose. Let's keep going. They're going to undermine all gun control points. This is insane. I can't believe I'm alive to see this. I know I'm alive. Advocates and activists need an agenda that can survive the Supreme Court's new interpretation of the Second Amendment, what they're expecting the court to say. Fighting to restrict the quantity and kinds of guns owned by citizens will be a losing battle. That's the only gun control I've fought my whole life. I don't know what they're going to do next. Instead, it is time to focus on policies that will reduce the violence of all those guns in America bring. Yet proposals with more obvious popular appeal, like banning assault rifles, have taken center stage over the past decade. An expansive new interpretation of the Second Amendment by the Supreme Court warrants a reordering of priorities. Translation: stop talking about banning ARs. That's what they're saying right here. And this is like, I'm losing my stuff right now, guys, because listen to what they say now. They confirm every single NRA talking point you've ever heard right here. You guys know how we talk about criminals and gangs, where all the gun violence comes from? Don't take guns from legal Americans. Listen to this one. A good place to start would be community-based intervention programs like Operation Ceasefire, an initiative launched in Boston in 1996, almost 20 years ago. Studies show that a small percentage of the population, such as gang members and hardened criminals, commit a disproportionate amount of violent crime. Where was that study when you tried to take our gun rights for the past 15 to 20 years? They're unraveling and they're changing all tactics. Let's go to the next one. You know how the Charleston loophole was the whole catalyst for the the HR 8 and 1446 this year? Charleston loopholes in the system? Listen to this. Background checks, however, are only as good as the underlying databases. In 2015, a background check error allowed Dylan Roof to buy a handgun weeks before he committed his incident. In 2017, more than 24 churchgoers were killed by another shooter whose domestic violence conviction wasn't reported to the FBI. So that first one there with Dylan, yeah, that's called the Charleston loophole, according to Clyburn in South Carolina House Representative seat. That was the whole basis for HR 8. You don't believe me? Let's keep going to the next one. An agenda that focuses on intervention, beefing up gun law enforcement, and better background checks would not only be more likely to survive in court, it also might do more to reduce gun violence. Then why were you not doing it for the past 15 to 20 years? The reason is because it's about control, it's not about saving lives. And now they're having to change their tactics because mom's coming home and the kitchen's a mess and they didn't do their homework. They're about to get slapped. But let's keep going. While assault rifles look menacing, they are responsible for only a fraction of gun deaths in America each year. While these weapons have been used in some of the most notorious situations, most situations are actually committed with handguns. I didn't write this. This is the New York Times. Let's go to the last one. I'm going to wrap up before 5 minutes. The same principle applies to large capacity magazine bans. Though good in theory, they're consistently ignored in practice. Advocates convinced lawmakers in New Jersey to ban them in 2018, but there doesn't seem to be any evidence that gun owners have turned in or thrown away their now illegal magazines. If this does not make your jaw drop, I don't know what will, guys. Is this the white flag from the left? Are they changing tactics? Their desires are never going away. We know that. But they may be waving the white flag here because the Supreme Court just changed the playing field, at least according to this article, and I think it's going to do the same thing. That's what I've got for you. Thanks for sticking around. Spread this out because this might just be the victory lap that we're looking for, and I will see you tomorrow morning on the bullet points. I'm Braden. See you later.